What's up, folks? So apparently today, after a grueling day of school and BGCSEs and exams, I came home to chill, to read up about my Facebook, what's going on with all y'all there. But apparently I can't do that because there's a so-called lady by the name of Nelly Day who did this giant expose about the Bahamas. First off, this is no means to tarnish anybody's reputation or anything, but clearly USC gives anybody a master's degree these days. And the USC stands for the University of South California. But this is just to educate the ignorant people out there about what the Bahamas has here. For anybody at USC, student or faculty, this is not something that I want to do to say tarnish your reputation or say bad things about your school. But I think that as a graduate with a master's, she should have been able to do a lot of research about the Bahamas and do it accurately. But it says here that Nelly Day is a freelance writer based out of Hermosa Beach, California. She has a master's degree in broadcast journalism from USC and a bachelor's degree in English and sociology from UC Irvine. So, I guess everybody in the Bahamas, we live in huts and we live on beaches and we ride dolphins and canoes everywhere we gotta go. But Miss Day, this is to show you and tell you that the Bahamas is nothing like that. As a matter of fact, the Bahamas could pretty much be compared to the US. We have a lot of the same things that you guys do. We have cars, we have mansions, we do not, I repeat, we do not have huts. This video is for every single nationality out there in the world that is ignorant about what the Bahamas has to offer. We are a beautiful country, beautiful beaches. Everything about us is not back in the 17th or 16th century. I don't even think back in those times they had huts and things like that. But what you have to realize is the fact that when you do research and you do homework, I guess, and you write a giant expose, make sure it's accurate and it's informative and it's something that is the truth and something that's not belittling a country and the people in that country. I believe it's my job as a Bahamian teen to let the people out there know about what the Bahamas truly is, because in the near future, this expose is going to be a reflection about what's in my country and what I have to offer to others out there. Bahamians are just as good as many of the Americans out there, if not some of us are even better. This is not to say belittle anybody or anybody's country, but the Bahamas has some of the greatest minds that you will ever see in your life. One thing I notice a lot is that many people out there, they rant and they rave about what America has to offer, and I can pretty much say I'm kind of guilty of that as well. As a Bahamian, I would just like to say that no matter where you go, there's no place like home. As you guys saw in my previous video, we have some of the best parents in the world, and that's a statement that I mentioned, and it's something that I'm sticking to because it's in fact true. I may not have showed you the contrast between Bahamian parents and parents around the world, but everybody out there who is Bahamian and who knows anything about the Bahamas can pretty much tell you what you saw in my previous video has never been done here in the Bahamas without some kind of serious consequence. But I just like to say, my people, Bahamians, we really need to start showing the world what the Bahamas has to offer, because a lot of them out there, they still think we're living in huts. With tourism being our biggest industry, I would really think that Americans and other countries out there would really see and like really be educated about what's here in the Bahamas. But I think it's our duty as Bahamians to get out into the world and show them that we're not just a bunch of crazy people living on beaches drinking from coconuts and eating whatever. For those of you that don't know Nelly Day or how she looks, this is a picture of her. So after reading her expose, I was really kind of furious, I guess, about what she said, but I'm gonna just read you guys a little of what she has here and let's take your feel off of it. Tell me how you feel about it. Here it says, many Bahamians make their living farming or selling trinkets at the local straw markets. The country's fierce hurricane season can damage these efforts, however, leading to further poverty. For the lower and lower middle classes, small beach shacks and huts are home. They still maintain their colorful facades, though their insides are typically much more modest in nature. The poorest Bahamians typically create makeshift homes out of straw or wood. Really? These materials are abundant in the Bahamas, both at industrial and retail outlets and along the beach, where straw and wooden debris can usually be found. Some of the poverty-ridden also raid abandoned structures, stripping them of their wooden planks and other viable materials. Unfortunately, even though these materials are in large supply, they do not hold up well. Termites, flooding, and strong winds can easily destroy these huts. These huts can pop up almost anywhere, from a secluded beach to a hidden alley to an open space of land. These structures are poorly executed since they are usually built by the shack's occupants with no professional help. Now tell me, as a Bahamian, how do you feel about those statements? I think they are quite ludicrous and quite erroneous statements. Basically, her whole expose was about the living conditions that are here in the Bahamas. So as I go on, I'm going to finish reading to you what she has. Though there is very little middle class in the Bahamas, those who are considered middle class and upper lower class typically create their homes from brick or concrete, which can withstand hurricanes much better than wood or straw can. These materials can be expensive, and brick is usually cheaper and found in more abundance than concrete. These structures may consist of simply one large room, or the area may be divided by makeshift dividers made from sheets, straw, wooden boards, or bedded curtains. Those who have little more money tend to build their homes out of concrete. They are typically composed of 3 or 4 rooms, with a kitchen, living room, bathroom, and bedroom. Most of these homes are inland and typically reside in boroughs near large cities such as Nassau. Beachfront land is typically too valuable to allow these small concrete structures to be erected. I mean, I just don't know how to feel about this whole expose. I mean, it's really downgrading the Bahamas, and people who read this, they're gonna really look into it, considering that she has a master's degree in journalism. I mean, has she even been to the country to really say what we have to offer here? Because I mean, if she hasn't, these are some pretty ludicrous statements, and it makes no sense. So, USC, in the future, please, I beg of you, anybody that you graduate with a master's or a bachelor's or anything in journalism, make sure, scream it to them, do research, do accurate research, and make sure anything that you publish, it's right. Give the right information, because why? Things like this, they can really deter a country such as the Bahamas, whose main industry is tourism. It can deter tourists from really coming here based on the facts that are on this website. For those of you that want to check it out yourselves, I'm going to just post it down there in the description link, so I guess you guys should go and check it out yourselves. But hey, I guess there are a lot of people out there that are still ignorant about facts about the Bahamas based on what they read offline or in certain books that are completely inaccurate. Until later, guys, never forget to be real. Peace.